the procedures, he has gone 24 hours without any food, liquid diet, and his dad and I did the same because we ride together, huh, Christian? Okay, we have been registered, prepped. Now it's gonna be time to go back there officially. And Christian, his whole attitude is like super calm. Oh, my baby. I think he's nervous. He did really good with no food though. Christian. No, besitos en la cabeza. It's been a few hours since I last picked up the camera. I did not record much of the procedure because I was stressing. But I am now picking up Haiti from school, so I wanted to sit down and just give you guys a little update. So we did go into the surgery center at 7:30 in the morning. He did not eat anything for 24 hours, and we did not eat anything with him because if my boy doesn't eat, I don't eat. Hugo didn't eat. We just had coffee, and he overall did really good with that. He had Jello, he had apple juice, and he had water, and he had a clean out. So that boy was going to the bathroom so much. He ended up having to do in-home sessions because of the worry of him having a lot of like bowel movements. I ended up giving it to him a little bit later than they said I had to, just to make sure he didn't have like a bunch of blowouts before I got home. They said I could do it a little bit later anyways. But yeah, he had to clean out because he did have some like stool stuck up there, so he had to clean out. He had a liquid diet for 24 hours, and then at 7:30 in the morning we went to the hospital, registered him. He was really calm all day. He did so much better than I thought he would do with the liquid diet. I thought it was going to be so many behaviors, but he was a champ. I think the lollipops helped. I made him apple icicles or popsicles, whatever they're called, and he did. And whenever he was feeling like frustrated about food, I would just give him one of those. And we actually ended up waiting for a little while. It always amazes me how well he does in like medical environments. Like he gets nervous, but also the staff, the people that work in these medical centers, I feel like they do really good with Christian. I feel like people have just become a little bit more aware and accepting of, autism, I feel like, and they're just more like ready to do different things. So like taking his temperature, they'll be like boop 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 to dad, and like then they do it to him. They wait him out on like his like hands moving when he's nervous. So all of that was really cool to see. And then when he was finally getting frustrated because we had waited for like 2 hours, he started getting a little bit upset. Hugo took him to the back to get the mask on for his sedation, and Hugo felt so bad because he was so scared, and he looked at him deep in the eyes before he fell asleep like, help me, father. So I could tell that Hugo was feeling like sad about that. Once the procedure was done, then the doctor came out and told us that everything turned out really great, that he did really good, and that inside everything looks good. A little bit of not redness, she said pink, a little pinkness in one of the intestine areas, but that she thinks that that's more like a food intolerance, and that they took a biopsy just to make sure for the inside, and that should be ready to view in a week or so. But she said everything looked good, and just from like the look of it. I am waiting for Haiti now. Christian finally ate. We all ate. Hugo made some chicken noodle soup for Christian and some vegetable soup for me, and he did so good in all aspects and tolerated everything. And just when he was upset, he was crying like once. I feel like one time right before he fell asleep. It's Monday. It's been the whole weekend since the procedure for Christian. I recorded a rushed little version of what happened and how he's doing, but since I got a lot of questions on the last video on why he's getting the procedure, so once we're done with this, fingers crossed everything looks good, I'll sit down and talk to you guys. All right, so let me catch you guys up on today. Today is Monday, and as you guys saw, I went to I went to Sebastian's ear appointment, and they said everything looked good. He had blue little tubes in there, and that he is good to go. No restrictions, just a follow-up in 6 months. So Christian just finished ABA. Encanto will be back. We have to wait. Okay, Encanto will be back in a minute. For Christian, he just finished ABA in home. Just one session today. His other RBT is out. And this house is just so small that it gets so cluttered and messy so quickly. No, baby, you keep wanting those, but the bears are dangerous. Let me see. We gotta leave this up here. Somebody's here. Who's here? Let's see. Who is it?
It's your husband.
Pepsi.
Pepsi.
PepsiCo. Did somebody call for a technician?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. I just got back from the gym, and now Hugo and Haiti are at a friend's house working out. Here's Sebs. Dramatic as always. Whoa! Hi. Let's fix your hair. Encanto? Show the stickers. One time.
No.
Oh, is that Sebi? Hi, Sebi. Hey, mwah. Besitos. Mwah. Mama? No? Oh. Okay, so I wanted to answer the main question that I saw on the video in regards to him needing a colonoscopy. Don't touch Papa. So the main question was what I saw. I think I was a little vague on it. What symptoms I saw or what concerns I had about his gut health that made the pediatrician refer me to the GI doctor. I now realize, and I've always kind of known, but I am very blessed to have a really good pediatrician that kind of just really understands that I see more than she does in the sense of his daily life. And if I'm worried about his gut health, then she'll refer me out. So I told her that I was worried about his weight gain. Are you talking? I was worried about his weight gain. I was worried about his bloating. Oh, he had pretty heavy bloating, especially at the end of the day. I know we all do, but it was pretty intense. And recently, within the last month or so, I felt like he was struggling to use the restroom. I always said he did really well with using the restroom, and he would still go, but it was like he was straining himself, and like if he felt like he wasn't fully done and he just kept going and going. Papa, don't touch the lens, baby. Leave it alone, okay? Leave it alone. So those were the main things. She was like, well, you know, you always tell me that he's hungry or that he wants looking for food, so that might just be it, but I'll refer you and we'll see what they say. And kind of the same thing happened with the GI doctor, but she said that she really wants to focus on testing and stuff like that to make sure there's not to rule out everything, because with kids with autism and their behaviors, a lot of times we assume that it's just behaviors because of, you know, other difficulties, but it could just be something medical. So you have to rule out every medical aspect before just calling it like a sensory or other thing. So she asked for blood work, she asked for x-rays, and she asked for stool sample just to start off. And the main reason why she asked for the colonoscopy is because of the the results being over 50 on that. So it's way elevated, and that was concerning. And I didn't Google anything for some reason until after the colonoscopy, and then it freaked me out because I guess it said that normally if it's anything over 50, there's a chance of Crohn's disease or IBS, and though that would suck for him to have. His images came back looking normal, good. Only thing she said is that she saw a little bit of pink, which is irritation, which could mean a food intolerance. But other than that, she said it looked really good, and we were just waiting on the results of the biopsy. So sorry if I'm a little bit close. I don't know how this looks. We're a little bit rough, not heavy. So fingers crossed by biopsy looks good. And if that's the case, then we'll move forward from there. She said we'll touch base on his treatment or anything that he needs on the next appointment. So I'm waiting on a call. I just remember I was so like in my head and struggling with so many things at the moment when they called me that his results were a little bit concerning, and that he needed a colonoscopy. I just busted out crying. I was like, oh, I'm nervous about it, and there's so much going on, but I'm glad that we were able to do it. Now, knowing the stories that you guys are telling me, there's a lot of doctors that just don't even ask for these kinds of tests and are like not looking for these procedures, even though you guys are telling me there's some intense symptoms and stuff going on with your kiddo. So I feel for you guys, and I'm sorry that you guys are struggling. Just keep pushing for it. Hopefully you guys get support that you guys need, because it sucks when your kiddos are in pain or dealing with something and there's no support from your medical, you know, team. So yeah, that's the main reason why I asked for it. And everything looked good image wise. It was really weird to see the images. It's interesting to see them, but I'm happy that the images at least look good, and hopefully biopsy is good too. Thank you so much. But yeah, I think I'll end it here. Like I said, it was a good day. Tomorrow we're gonna have a assessment for OT, so I'm excited about that. He has speech and he'll have an assessment for OT, so that's new. We have been on a wait list for OT, so fingers crossed it's a good match. And yeah, I'm gonna chill with the kids and have an early night, I think. And I will see you guys another day. Bye. Say bye. Mira. Bye bye. Bye bye.